This week's episode of Your Hometown Kitchen is sponsored by Queen City Home Store.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Your Hometown Kitchen. I'm Brandon Dawson, and of course I'm here with my co-host, the king of the Jarrett-verse, the best-dressed guy in Augusta, talking about Jarrett Ledger. Jarrett, how are you today?
Brandon, I know it's almost lunchtime and everything, but you know, I can't give up breakfast yet. I kind of want a little bit of breakfast. Can I do that at lunchtime?
Ooh, in my mind, you can have breakfast at lunch, you can have it at brunch, you can have it at
Wait,
dinner.
brunch?
Yes.
We can have brunch?
You can have it all. And you're gonna have it all, Jarrett, because our next guest is coming out here right now. Let's go on and get Chef Amanda out here. We got Chef Amanda here in the building today.
Amanda,
Yeah, exciting times. Welcome to Your Hometown Kitchen. Happy to have you today. We got a ton of questions for you.
Okay.
A ton.
Right. Yeah.
The most important question is coming to you right now. Are you ready?
I'm very ready.
What's on the menu today?
It's going to be an overnight custard French toast with a homegrown muscadine syrup.
Oh my goodness. That sounds amazing. What made you decide to bring this to the kitchen today?
Well, my kids love breakfast. I love breakfast. So that's one big thing. Another thing is custard. Who does not love custard, right? So I can't say it's one that's been in my family for a long, long time, but what I can say is that we love it, and I've been able to pull together lots of, let's say, flavor palette options through the years from just us going to fine dining establishments, and also lots of granny expertise poured into my life throughout the years that I'm very thankful for.
Love it, love it. Now, some of you guys may recognize Amanda from my other show. She was on Your Hometown Road Trip. She has a absolutely amazing business with her husband. Why don't you tell us what that business is, because it's pretty unique. I love it.
The name of our business is Tea Strings, and we are a tea parlor in the front and a guitar shop in the back. So we have a passion for music. We met as musicians, and you know, we like tea. When we go on vacation, we love to go to all the mom and pop tea shops and just see what kind of cuisine they have to offer, but also the tea. So yeah, breakfast kind of goes hand in hand with all of that.
Yeah. All right, so let's take it back. Let's take it back and find out where your love of cooking came from. Where, did that all come in? And yeah, talk to us about your journey.
So just being in the kitchen with my grandmother as a kid, I had multiple grandmother influences in my life, but especially my Granny Brantley and my Mima. They were both precious to me, and they would take the time when I would ask lots and lots of questions about why do you do this and what makes it taste like that. They would be very exuberant in how they would tell me about it, and they'd tell me about how their mother and their grandmother taught them how to do it. So it's very special to me. And then my dad, he loves to cook. Like, that's another big influence in my life. So my grandpa, my dad's dad, he would always, he had a phrase that he would use when my grandmother made anything more than 3 ingredients in any kind of recipe, and he called it messing and a gomming. Now you done messed and gommed it up, Mayor. You done messed and gommed it up. So that's what I do a lot of times. I like to experiment. I like to mess and gom. I'll tell Brandon all the time, I'm in there messing and gomming again,
Now, she's talking about Brandon.
My husband.
Her husband, not
Sorry,
this Brandon.
not this Brandon.
She's
So
not
sorry.
telling me about all that stuff. I had to make sure he's off.
Mr. Bell.
Yeah, Mr. Bell is off to the side right here. So.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's one big family inside the kitchen all the time.
Yes.
Is there a particular dish that you can think of that still inspires you today to play around in the kitchen?
Oh my goodness, that's a tough one. I think anything sweet potatoes.
Oh.
I love sweet potato biscuits. One of my grandmas taught me how to make sweet potato biscuits. I love sweet potato. We just made sweet potato cinnamon rolls last week.
Ooh.
Yeah, with toasted pecans, and they were really good. So yeah, sweet potatoes, I feel like there's roasted sweet potatoes. We put them inside of a savory dish. There's soup that you can do with sweet potatoes. It's nice and savory with kale and chicken broth. There's just so many sweet potatoes.
So about this French toast, where did you say an egg wash is not enough? We got to go into the custard territory.
So I think probably in my 20s, my husband and I went to this place called Elements in Vidalia. It was a great restaurant, and there was a creme brulee, and I had never had creme brulee. And so after that, I've always tried to recreate that flavor in everything: breakfast, supper, lunch, all the things.
Wow. So we're going to get creme brulee on toast.
I'm excited. And y'all, I feel like that's enough talk. Let's take it to the kitchen. All right, we are here in the Your Hometown Kitchen, Amanda, the most prestigious kitchen here in the Sierra Fair, at least one of the most prestigious. Now, talk to us about these ingredients that we have here. What do we need to make an absolutely fantastic French toast?
Awesome. We've got 3 separate stations. First, we're going to work on our bread. So that means we're going to go ahead and get the custard going. That's going to be bread. That's going to be our half and half and our evaporated milk. This is our heavy whipping cream. We've got our eggs. We've got our cinnamon sugar, a little bit of just Himalayan pink salt. Ooh. Yes. Okay, and then over here, we're going to start working towards our syrup, and our syrup is going to be muscadines, vanilla, lemon juice, a little bit of a slurry of cornstarch and water, regular sugar, and then we're going to use the clarified butter over here to crisp our toast up as we're working on that. Over here we've got our dress up station. Those are these big old blackberries. We've got our cream to make it nice and pretty. We've got some powdered sugar, some honey, some flake salt, and some butter for a pat on the top of the hot toast, and then we've got our muscadine syrup there already made.
Oh, look at this. We are set and ready to go, y'all. Yeah, and when we come back, we're getting down to business here. We'll see you guys in a little bit for some more Your Hometown Kitchen. Welcome back to Your Hometown Kitchen. Brandon Dawson, Jared Ledger, and Amanda Bell here. We're making French toast, y'all. It's a fun day here. Amanda, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's get down to business then. All right, we'll let you take it away and tell us what we're doing first.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make our custard to go inside of with our bread and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cover off of here. Yeah. And I will say this, a good stale bread is a good way to go. The drier the better. If you are making your own bread, put it and leave it in the oven maybe 5 or 10 more minutes. Let it get good and just warmed up so it's a little more on the dry side, because the drier it is, the more it's going to be able to absorb all of your custard. So we're just going to spread it out just a little bit here.
In a casserole dish there.
In a casserole dish, that's right, thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add our half and half and our milk mixture, which is really evaporated milk and milk for this one. Okay.
Very nice, very nice,
yes.
very nice.
And then we're going to go with our whipping cream, heavy whipping cream.
Lovely.
Okay. All right, we've got our eggs. And of course, we've got more yolk than we do white in that, because that's 4 yolks, and I just splashed it all over myself. Thank you. I'm sorry about that. I need my wipers.
I'm good. I've had worse thrown at me.
That egg didn't want to be a custard.
It did
I used
not.
to be a stand-up comedian, so.
Oh, end up with yolk on your face?
Tomatoes.
Oh.
Really?
Fozzie Bear.
Oh.
Real life.
That's so
Waka
sad.
waka.
Oh, no, that's sad. Okay, so we're going to do our cinnamon sugar. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon. It says 1 tablespoon.
Of a mixture of your own proportions, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's how grandmas cook. That's, you know.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Who really cares?
Little razzle
Not mad
dazzle.
about it, not mad about
And
it.
then we're going to do just a little bit of salt. So I'm going to just
That nice pink
yeah,
Himalayan salt.
Yeah.
pink Himalayan.
Now,
Better for your
could somebody
blood
just throw in
pressure.
regular granulated iodized
That,
salt? in there?
absolutely, absolutely. Whatever salt that you have at home, you use whatever salt floats your boat. If you have flake salt, if you've got gray salt, if you've got iodized salt, use what you need to use. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to give it a good stir. So, Brandon, I'm going to let you take
Go
this.
ahead.
Ooh,
Take the
you
grandma
know,
tool.
I've been
Grandma
waiting. And what's in here?
Yes, and you just go as fast or as slow as you want to.
Going.
Now, what's the consistency we're trying to get out of this custard while you're
You
mixing
want it to be a little bit frothy, okay?
A little
So
bit
think, you know, kind of a silky, frothy texture. It's not going to be like the way you would if you have a whipping cream where it gets nice and whipped up. It's not going to be that good. But I would like to see a little bubble in on the top.
it? Right.
How am I doing?
You're doing pretty good.
Look at.
Well, Brandon, if you're using the
It's
grandma
good.
tool, you got to hum a little tune while you're. While Brandon's mixing that up, I wanted to point out that you made a good point about the bread. So typically with a French toast, people like to use brioche
They do.
a lot of times. But the whole point of French toast is typically using stale bread. That's where the origins come from. This recipe that we're doing today has a lot to do with preservation and reducing food waste.
Yes.
So for anybody who's interested in this, Brandon,
I am interested, but I'm also very focused on my current task right now.
So the French will utilize making French toast by
Tag in.
to keep from wasting bread. So if the bread would go stale, they would usually do an egg soak in it to make it rich and edible again.
Yeah.
Just like what we're doing there. They would call it pain perdu. Pain perdu, which means lost bread.
That sounds so fancy.
Which is funny because French toast isn't even in French.
What?
French toast originated back in ancient Rome. It's a Roman recipe.
Isn't that
What?
cool?
That did not know
Again,
that.
just to prevent food waste. One of the oldest recipes that they called was a pain doces, which predates pain perdu.
Didn't know.
Now you know. You're eating old stuff.
Love eating old stuff. I love eating old
So
stuff.
we got a nice frothy custard here, doesn't we?
Yes.
So we've got our frothy custard here, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make sure try our best to get it as evenly dispersed over our toast as possible. And you notice this is not the prettiest, and that's okay. And just like you said, you don't have to use perfectly, fancy bread. You can just use whatever is in your house, and that's what I love about French toast. It can be as fancy or as, taken down a notch as you want it to be.
Love it.
So what we're gonna do, pour it over.
Another point about stale bread, Brandon, is that or any kind of tough bread is good for this soak here, because the tougher the bread, the more it's going to soak up that moisture without breaking the bread. You don't want it to crumble whenever you get that toast done.
Yes.
Now, how do we all think I did on my my whisking skills?
You look like my grandmother.
Would you give me, if you were to give me a grade, you would say what?
You would get a Grandma A+, yes.
Grandma A+.
Yes.
Grandma A+. Give me a little wig. All right, where are we at now?
So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go ahead and get I had some aluminum foil, but for now, I'm just gonna put it in the refrigerator. We need to let it kind of get in the refrigerator. It's okay, we're gonna let it get in the refrigerator and just saturate overnight. So this is a good, at least 4 hours to overnight for this, okay? Especially the drier the bread, the longer it needs to soak.
Lovely.
Okay?
And the secret is that overnight soak, Brandon. That's what's going to make it more rich than any other French toast you've ever had.
I'm excited because I'm a big fan of anything that has to sit overnight. Like, I'm talking like any food that you're talking about, because I feel like if you let it sit overnight, that's like, I don't know, you're putting the time in. That's a premeditated meal right there.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
It's
yes,
like
yes.
overnight oats, but better.
Yes.
But better. All right, well, when we come back, we're going to keep making this French toast. We'll see you guys in a little bit for some more of Your Hometown Kitchen.
Bonsoir, mon ami. Je m'appelle Jerry Brandon. Et madame is the kitchen. Yeah, Your Hometown Kitchen. We are making French toast. That is for our American audience. For our French audience, what's up? This is Your Hometown Kitchen. Brandon Dawson, Amanda Bale cooking some custard, overnight custard French toast. We've got our toast actually getting ready in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
It's been a whole night, Brandon.
It's been. The magic of television.
We've been soaking up the richness of all that custard into the bread.
Yes.
Oh, I can already see it's already thickened up. Got a
Yes.
nice consistency here. But we're also going to be making a muscadine syrup.
Yes.
Let's go.
So I've gone ahead and I've gotten it going a little bit. Nothing's been added to our muscadines yet. But while we're letting that kind of get a little warm, I'm going to ask you if you'll just take a little dollop of our clarified butter.
I can do a dollop.
It's your time to shine
Yes.
now, Jared.
Now, we made this point earlier that you like to use the ghee because it's got a low burning point.
It does.
Is this a
well,
good
it's-
dot right
It's yes.
A low
that's
smoking
right.
point.
Yeah, a low smoke point. Yep, a higher burn point. So it means it's not going to smoke up your kitchen. It's not going to burn your toast quite as quickly. Yeah, it's already doing its thing. We were worried about this ice doing really good.
left in here.
You can sit right. Yeah.
I'm just going to do another
There you
one.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
We need
Oh,
that butter.
boy.
What's in your kitchen doesn't matter. All
That's right.
right.
Okay.
Do I need more?
No, that's good.
Okay.
That's great. So I'm just going to come over here and we're going to grab, the reason why I'm going to do this is I'm going to get the one on the top.
No demonstrate, because I will mess this up.
This one I'm going to do on the top simply because sometimes if I did use, and I did use a little bit softer bread, those, like you said earlier, will break apart.
Yeah, okay.
So I like to get the ones on top because they absorb a little bit better. Ooh, you hear that sizzle?
I do.
What do we call that, Brandon?
What'd you call it?
We call it the applause of the
the
kitchen.
applause of the kitchen.
We don't have a studio audience. We have the pan.
I like that.
Yes,
That's really
the applause of the
good.
kitchen.
So if you don't mind, I'm going to let you hold
right.
this, and as you're kind of listening out for that sizzle, you can lift it up and look. If it starts getting a little golden brown, just go ahead and give it a flip.
All right, we just want a nice little brown. Okay.
Yeah, a nice little brown. Okay, so when I come over here, I'm going to go ahead and add our lemon juice, okay? And we're going to go in and add our vanilla, okay? And I'm going to add our sugar.
Very nice.
And if you don't mind, I'm going to grab that wooden spoon beside you.
Please.
Thank you, sir. And we're going to give it a stir. I'm going to bump this temperature up
Bump,
a little bit
bump,
to the
bump it
high.
up.
Let it get to a bubbly state.
Well, while we're waiting for that to bubble, you got kind of an interesting backstory. You didn't always used to be a cook. Talk to me about what you used to do and how you ended up here.
So, I was a registered nurse for a few years, and I worked at a couple different hospitals. I worked in ICU, and I was a supervisor for a little while. And I really enjoyed that profession. I was able to meet a lot of people, and I was able to see people at different stages of life, and get a lot of perspective on how to respect different people's in different walks of life.
Yeah.
So I really did loved that profession. But I was able to come home back in 2019. My husband, his business was growing, and he was not able to answer the phones and man all the calls. And so we homeschooled our children, and he wasn't able to just do all the things. And I'm thankful for him for the time he was. But alas, I came home to help with the children and to answer phones for his business. And while I was there, I just began to cook and try out different YouTube recipes, and became really fascinated with how accessible a lot of recipes that seem impossible actually are. So I'm going to let you go ahead and try to flip that for us.
Here we go. Look at that flip.
that.
Ooh, and look at that. There we go.
That's so pretty.
That is very nice. Good job, Jared.
All right. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of butter.
All right, go for it.
Just a smidgen. Because you said, you do what you do in your own kitchen,
Yeah.
right? You know?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
You may not like that much butter. That's okay. You don't have to have that much butter. I just want to take a little bit and kind of put it around the edge so it gets around this
we're going to get a little caramelization happening there.
About it.
And remember, we have sugar inside of this custard
Right.
mix, so you don't want it to sit too long. But when you put that butter and that sugar together,
Yeah.
ooh,
But you said this is going to be more of akin to like a creme brulee and a bread,
It
you know,
is.
so
It
you've got to have
is.
that nice crispy outside and then the
Yes.
nice custardy middle.
yes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to keep stirring this. I'm going to come back just in a second to that one, and I'm going to bump this up.
Brandon, did you get any of the smells coming off that steam from whenever all the ingredients came into that pan?
Let me tell you, I did, and I am excited about everything that's happening right now. I got the best seat in the house right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, and I get to eat all this fantastic food. So this is
I know,
definitely
it's like-
one that I'm looking forward to. I'm a huge French toast fan. So.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Oh, I am. As soon as I heard that this was what you were making, I was like, I will be there. And there are definitely people here off camera right now, lingering, waiting for this French toast to be done.
We're being vigilant. Now, you called these muscadines, but I was going to ask you earlier, and I think you did mention it before, does anybody else in your family call them scuppernogs?
Yes, so we have got family that calls them either or, but my understanding, and don't go Google me on this, don't check me on this, okay? Because this is just my family. My understanding is that the darker colored grapes are the muscadines and the lighter colored grapes are scuppernogs. And scuppernog is a very interesting word. I was
Yeah.
just telling you, I should have looked that up before I came.
I
don't
have
know
no
where
idea
it
what
came
it
from.
is.
It's very interesting. But Brandon, had you ever heard of a scuppernog before?
I'm gonna say no. I had not, but I'm here today and I'm here to witness it right now because man, this is interesting.
Okay, and as you can see, these are not seedless grapes, so these are, they're native to our area. My dad actually picked these last week, and
Yeah.
so thankfully so sweet. Anyway, those seeds inside of there are not pleasant. They're a little bitter, so if you bite into those, you don't want that. So we've got
Gotcha.
a little seed right here.
Yeah.
And my recipe, but anything you want. You can make a syrup out of anything you want: blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, whatever you want.
Yeah.
However, today it's scuppernogs.
Right.
Love it.
I'm
Love
going
it.
to go ahead and bump this one off.
Lovely. Well, Amanda, we're gonna let you keep on cooking. You guys, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, it's time to try some stuff out. We'll see you guys in a little bit for some more of Your Hometown Kitchen. Welcome back to Your Hometown Kitchen, where I can't stop staring at this absolutely beautiful French toast. Brandon Dawson, Jared Ledger, and Amanda here in the building. Amanda, tell us what we did during the break before we get down to trying this out.
So we took our toast that we had just gotten off the griddle and we let it rest in the oven at 350 for about 5 minutes just to make sure that custard's good and set, make sure the eggs are good and cooked through, and then we pulled it out, zhuzhed it up, and we got it ready for you guys to taste.
And not only that, you got that nice syrup, but you sieved out and got all the muscadines out.
We did. We pulled all the seeds out just so there's no bitterness in that. I did add the cornstarch slurry, which I forgot to do earlier, just to thicken it up. It was a little thinner than I wanted, so I wanted you guys to have a taste of how it's really
Kind of what makes the syrup the syrup.
Yes.
Brandon, are you ready?
Oh, I'm beyond ready. Here we go. And you know your boy is about coming in here and getting the perfect bite. So let's do this. So we get a little bit of this fruit right
Oh, wow,
here.
that cuts like...
Yeah, just cuts
That's
right
like,
through.
like butter,
Like
Brandon.
butter. Let me know when you're ready. I don't want to get there before you.
Oh,
But my rage is rising as you take
okay,
this.
okay.
Oh boy. That is
Crunchy on the
fantastic.
outside. Nice and soft on the inside.
The syrup, the fruit, everything brings it all together. I think that's a high five.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a high five.
Somebody brought up a good question while we were in the break, Brandon. Is this a dessert or is this a breakfast?
I'd say, like I said earlier, I'd eat this morning. I'd eat it at brunch. I'd eat it at lunch. I'd eat it for dinner. I'd have it for a nighttime snack.
But the custard element of this kind of makes it, I think you mentioned, like a bread pudding.
Yes, it does. So you can opt to make this a dessert to impress some guests that you have over, or just to feel fancy for your family, you know?
Amanda, I want to thank you very much again for coming out here to the Your Hometown Kitchen. If people are trying to keep up with you and your business, where do they go? What do they do?
T-Strings, you can go check out T-Strings on Facebook. We have a Facebook. We also have tstringsparlor.com. If you're local in Swainsboro, you can order online, but if not, you can come on in. Our hours are Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. We'd love to have you come on by for a bite to eat.
I'm going to have to take a break from eating real quick to close this out. I'm sad about having to do that. I'm already almost halfway through.
Make it French, Brandon.
We'll see you guys later for some more Your Hometown Kitchen.
Au revoir, mon ami.
When we first met Todd, he was singing a song, and I was like, wow, look at this kid with the biggest smile.
Todd's a joy.
Yes.
Todd's really is a great joy.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.